What is up? It's your boy A-Rock, back in the bedroom garden. Today I figured I'd take a little bit of time and show you guys how I plant and germinate my seeds. Yep, I don't do a paper towel method or anything like that. I just go right into the soil. So I'll show you guys what I do. Grab my top, grab my soil. Alrighty. Now, as you guys can see, I always put something down on the floor. That way I'm not putting dirt all over my carpet. Alright. Alrighty. I have a glove on this hand today because I have a little scratch on my pinky and I don't want to pack dirt in, of course. Alrighty. Now, what I'm doing is I'm using a 3-cup method, meaning I'm using 2 cups, a solid one on the outside and a clear one on the inside. That way, whenever I need to, I can look at the roots and see when the roots are getting just to the edges. People say you can't, transplant autoflowers, but that's not true, especially with the Gorilla Cookies. With the Gorilla Cookies, it's really resilient. I mean, I've mainlined Gorilla Cookies before, and it works really well. So, this is how I'm doing this. All right. Get all 4 of our cups here. All right. And then we'll get them good and full of soil. Now, when I germinate like this, I always use Happy Frog, Fox Farm Happy Frog. I've used it ever since I've started, and I've popped probably 30 seeds, and only one of them didn't pop. And the one that didn't pop was like a little BS tester that, didn't cost anything. All right. Let's see here now. That one almost full. That one almost full. Yeah, this Happy Frog is really good soil. There's a lot of people that just grow right in this soil. But the Fox Farm is a little bit too expensive for me. So I only get a little small bag of the Happy Frog just to do my seeds in. Yeah. I'm thinking about eventually changing up some of my soil and stuff, but for right now, this is working real good for me, so I'm not going to change it. Yeah. And now you don't want to pack this soil down at all. I mean, you want to leave it nice and loose. And of course, if there's any big stems, you want to take them out. All right. A little bit more for that one. Don't be scared to fill it all the way to the top. Oh, and then I dumped that one. Of course. That's all right, though. It had a big stem in it I needed to take out anyway. Yep. All righty. Get that one finished filled up. All right. That one finished filled up. All right. I might need to take one more little small scoop. Maybe not. Nope. That was about perfect. Yep, awesome, awesome. And now I can put that Happy Frog off to the side. Alrighty. Now that the cups have their dirt in them, I'll show you guys how I plant. Yep. Let me grab my seeds. I chose very carefully out of the 12 seeds that I had. I picked the best looking ones. So I'm going to use those first and see how it goes. Now, I only go down about a half a digit. I mean, really shallow. Only about just enough to cover the seed. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see if I can't do this. Alright. Get one. Put it right in there. Just lightly cover it up. Just lightly. The next one. Cover it up. Just lightly. And the next one. And then cover it up just slightly. And the last one here. Get that in there. And cover that up slightly. Now, what I like to do here is I'll get my cups back in the tent real quick. But what I like to do is, well, actually, I'll do it right here. What I like to do is I like to take my spray bottle that I have pH the water in. I got it pH to about 6.1, okay? But what I do is once my seeds are in, I mean really shallow, we're talking 1/3 of an inch, okay? About a little bit more than the thickness of a big headphone jack. Yep. And then I like to lightly spray the top of the cup, literally just enough to wet down to the seed right in the middle. I don't wet down all the way to the outsides. I literally just wet down right where the seed is, and I make sure that it's wet all the way to the seed. And then I do this once a day for 3 days. And 99% of the time, all my seeds come up. Yeah. So I've got a good little technique going here. Let's see if I can't get my cups into the tent. That one over there. That one over there. No, I'm not labeling any of these right now. If you wanted to, you could label them. That way you know which ones are which and what they're doing. But I'm not really worried too much because I'm waiting until I see how they grow for my results. Yep. So we'll get the little domes. Now, what I do like to do is today I don't do it because I don't want there to be too much humidity before the seedling breaks the surface. But what I like to do is when I go to put my tops on, what I'll do is I will spray one hard time into the cup to where it gets condensation all inside the cup, and then it keeps that humidity in there much better. Yeah. All right. Let's get these cups on there. Alrighty, and now I don't use any fans yet. I just let them sit like this with good conditions. I don't let my temperature get down below 68. And then during the days, I keep it around 63, 64 in here. Because remember, springtime isn't blazing hot. Sometimes you have to have your seedlings warm when they're germinating with certain techniques. But with this technique, I've always learned that just keeping them room temperature is perfectly fine. Yep. Alrighty. Well, I think that's about it for this time. So I will get with you guys next video. Alrighty. Later.